Now 10 minutes after 7, Zulu time. I've crossed several cracks, pressure ridges, leads. Now we're at another lead we're kind of stymied at. This one is probably 500 feet wide, and it looks bad as far as making it across right now.
(1340 GMT, Saturday, April 8th. The North Pole is 475 miles away. For 3 days now, the expedition has traveled northeast along the shore, paralleling the big lead, but not crossing it. This is the lead that stopped Peary. He camped beside it and cursed it for a week in 1909 before it froze over thinly and he was able to move on toward the pole. At last, in the distance, there seems to be a bridge of thin ice across the lead. The machines head for that spot. The ice is 1.5 inches thick. They decide to try it. Don Powlick takes the first machine with the lightest sled out onto the lead. He can feel the thin ice bending beneath him.
Saltwater ice, when it first freezes, is flexible. You can have a couple of inches of saltwater ice and it will bend and not break.
It's like walking on a waterbed, so it can hold you if you keep moving. But there's a threshold to that, and it's a very fine margin.
The ice is just floating on the water, and it's mighty deep and cold water. You never forget that your chances in that water are very, very slim.
When we got up on shore and all the sleds were across, it hit me. And that's all the thrills you need for one day.
The Arctic is very unforgiving, uncompromising, and you work for every inch that you get up here.
1715 GMT, April 9th, the 13th day. It's taken 3 days to go 2 miles. Plaisted, taking a look, says the shortest way to it now is straight north through the most incredible ice jumble yet.
I think people have the perception that the Arctic Ocean is sort of a white tabletop. That this thing with snow machines should be so easy. But with that ice, particularly the first half of the trip where the currents are pushing that ice up against landmass and just buckling it up into 30, 60-foot walls of ice.
It's just these jagged sheets of ice that are crashing together. Blocks the size of houses just heave like it was a kid's puzzle. There's nothing on the surface of the sea ice that looks like planet Earth.